A bright idea in the morning. The morning sunlight spilled through the kitchen window, bouncing off the shiny pots and pans. The air smelled faintly of syrup from yesterday's pancake adventure. Little Tony Parker, the curly-haired toddler with cheeks as round as dough balls, was sitting on his stool, drawing with his crayons. He wasn't drawing cars or clouds today. No, he was drawing pizza. Giant, cheesy, gooey pizzas with extra toppings and a mountain of olives. "Mommy," he announced proudly, holding up his masterpiece, "I'm making this for dinner tonight. It's going to be a pizza party." Mom smiled as she wiped the counters. "A pizza party? That sounds delicious, Chef Tony. Who's invited?" Tony thought for a moment. Me, you, Daddy, and maybe Andrea from next door, and Mr. Whiskers too." Mom raised an eyebrow. "The cat?" Tony nodded seriously. "He loves cheese." Mom laughed. "All right then, but remember, sharing means everyone gets a fair slice." Tony tilted his head. "Even Mr. Whiskers?" "Even Mr. Whiskers," Mom said with a grin. Gathering the ingredients. That afternoon, Mum tied an apron around Tony's neck, one that said Chef in Training. "Okay, Chef Tony," she said, setting ingredients on the counter. "We'll need flour, water, tomato sauce, cheese, and toppings." Tony's eyes lit up. "Toppings! I want mushrooms and peppers and pineapple." Dad peeked into the kitchen. "Pineapple on pizza? Tony, you're a bold chef." Tony puffed out his chest proudly. "I like sweet and salty." Mom smiled. "Then you'll love this." Together they poured the flour, mixed the dough, and sprinkled flour all over the counter. Tony's little hands kneaded the dough with all his might. Squish, pat, roll. "Mommy," he said between giggles, "it feels like a pillow." "Don't squish it too flat, Chef," Mom warned. "It needs to be just right." But Tony was having too much fun. A puff of flour floated up and landed on his nose. "Look, Mommy, snow again." Mom laughed. "You and flour always find each other, don't you?" The great topping debate. When the dough was ready, they spread the sauce. Red splatters decorated the counter like little paint spots. "Now comes the fun part," Tony said, sprinkling cheese like glitter. Dad joined in, slicing up the toppings. "Okay, Chef Tony, what goes where?" Tony placed the mushrooms carefully on one half, then made a smiley face with olives on the other. "This pizza is happy." Mom clapped. "It's beautiful." But then Tony frowned. "Wait, Mr. Whiskers doesn't like mushrooms. Maybe I should make one just for him." Mom smiled gently. "That's very kind, Tony, but what if we make one big pizza that everyone can share instead?" Tony looked at his pizza. "But what if I want the big slice?" Dad knelt beside him. "Sometimes sharing the pizza makes it taste even better, because it's not just food, it's fun when we eat it together. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.